Blue breath settles softly on the window as the daylight fades away. All the noise of the day grows distant, leaving only your silhouette. The day I try to brush aside comes to a stop inside your eyes. Even without a single word, my heart is already walking toward you. A small vibration of a feeling starts to bloom across my fingertips. Like a nameless star, you drift down over my night. As you move a little closer, even the air begins to change. I smile like I'm unaffected, but I'm already shaking. You pull me in like a blue hour magnet, softly taking me somewhere deeper. With one touch of your warmth, the whole night changes shape. You become the melody I wanna hear again and again. Between the passing scenes, you stay the clearest thing I know. You smooth the sharpest corners of the feelings I had blurred away. Even our smallest silence sounds like a chorus meant for us. The slow spreading tremor colors everything inside my chest. Even a careless joke creates a rhythm between us. At the end of different steps, we somehow land on the same beat. You pull me in like a blue hour magnet. Tonight my center leans entirely toward you. Not too intense, just a feeling built to stay for a long time. A scene that never loses its magic, no matter how often it returns. You spread through me like the sky just before dawn, and I keep following your nameless light. You feel like a quiet smile that arrives before any words do. Even in the busiest street, I can tell it is you right away. Maybe what we have already started in signs instead of sentences. That passing glance between us says more than anything else could. Even one soft vibration lights my heart before I understand it. There is something in the air you leave behind that always seems to glow. Instead of complicated lines, we settle into a simple nod and tune the whole temperature of the night in the same direction. It's a soft signal, a quiet but certain tremor pointing straight to you. The closer we get, the easier everything feels. Without even trying, we come into focus. Every time you laugh, the background noise fades out a little more, and all that remains is this single rhythm between us. Not too fast and never too late. The night moves forward at exactly the pace we would choose. Once this feeling turns on, it does not go dim so easily. Like a subtle chorus, it keeps returning to me. It's a soft signal, a gentle wave that keeps shaking up my heart. Like a silent agreement, the space between our shoulders disappears, and even a small joke makes me look forward to tomorrow. I can read every little light you send my way, and tonight again I shine softly in reply. Day the evening light drifts slowly across the glass, and your voice comes down like the rest I have been waiting for all week. All the crowded thoughts inside me line up quietly behind your steps. The city is still bright, but my heart begins to loosen and slow down the moment we open the cafe door. Even the air feels softer without saying much at all. You make tonight feel special. Even a casual playlist changes shape when you are near, and new scenes begin to overlap on top of an ordinary rhythm. Velvet, we can stay with me, ride this gently swaying night with me. It may not be loud, but this feeling is more than enough. A comfortable kind of excitement wraps all around us. When our fingertips brush across the cool surface of a cup, even the smallest moment settles into memory like a film scene. I do not need to name this yet to know what it is. This mood already feels like a song I will keep replaying. A heart that does not rush always seems to linger longer, and inside a slow chorus we become even clearer. Velvet, we can stay with me, shine softly instead of brightly. Outside the window, the neon seems unusually round tonight, and every edge of the city fills with a tender afterglow. I almost wish the walk home would never quite begin, because every weekend night grows longer when I am beside you. Color slowly spreads across the rain-soaked road, and neon lights beyond the window glide across our faces. In a conversation with no destination, deeper meaning starts to rise. I keep watching you lean against the glass and smile. Every time the traffic light changes, my heart moves a little too. The stop and go rhythm of the road begins to sound like us. Spaces you leave at the ends of words say even more, and truths I could not find by day turn clear in the dark. In the neon window I see you clearer. Inside the shaking lights I can almost reach your heart. The closer we get, the farther away the city feels, and the scene that holds only us keeps growing wider. The weight of the whole day slips quietly into the rearview mirror, and what we need right now feels warmer than any answer. When your hand brushes mine through the cold night air, my heart starts the chorus. beside you a little longer. It started like a joke, just one light little phrase, but somehow it kept circling my lips all day. You changed the center of my world without making a scene, and smile like nothing happened while leaving waves behind you. Your morning message wakes me faster than any coffee could. Even one short line from you sends my mood upward. A good feeling I cannot explain catches the rhythm, and even the plainest street starts to sparkle. Sugar current running through my veins, like sweet electricity. I keep wanting you more. It is not moving too fast, but I still cannot stop it. The chorus you left behind keeps looping in me. Even at a red light, I catch myself smiling for no reason. The city looks brighter simply because you are not here beside me. It is not obvious enough for everyone else to notice, but somewhere inside me, a light is still switched on. If there is such a thing as a harmless addiction, this must be it. Like a melody that only gets better each time it returns. Sugar current running through my veins, a single touch from you can brighten the whole night. And every time your name drifts casually into my mind, my quiet heart changes its tempo first. I already know this is not a feeling built to end quickly. You move softly through the whole of my day. You never arrived loudly. You came in almost silent, but you warmed my whole day with a temperature that stayed. This feeling spreads deeper than any obvious scene ever could. A slow spark keeps trembling somewhere inside me all night. Even without getting closer, distance has already lost its meaning. Ever since we brushed past each other, I have been circling the same place. The way you speak without rushing comes closer than it should, and the tremor beneath your calm expression grows clearer and clearer. You're a slow spark, a light that catches late but keeps burning on. Once this feeling turns on, it does not cool so easily. It changes me while rising softly through me. Even in the spaces where you are gone, the leftover heat remains. The Your scent arrives first through the warm night air, and my feet begin to sway with the looseness of the beat. Even a night with no plan at all gains color when you appear. One brief look from you changes the whole city around us. Your smile flashes bright like light on a ring at your wrist. Under the slow beam, my feelings loosen and flow more easily. We circle each other like a game, half close and half far away. And somehow our center keeps drawing the same line. Mira, mira, look at me now. The night lights up inside your eyes. It is not rushing me, but it still leaves me breathless and turns into a groove I wanna hear even more. Words become more honest than they ever were in daylight, and even the lightest touch sends the temperature climbing. I do not need a promise bigger than the rhythm we have tonight. This one moment of trembling already feels complete. Let the slow turn and night stay with us a little longer, and let the chorus known only to us keep repeating. Mira, mira, stay a little more. Lay your heart down on this gentle beat. Even the late night wine dances through your hair, and inside that scene I keep slowing down for you. Like a song I am not ready to end. I wanna hear more of you tonight. Every beat inside me belongs to your side. Like finding the right station by accident while turning the dial. You arrive in the middle of my crowded day with perfect timing. All the worries that once sounded like static begin to drift away, and what remains is a strange and easy kind of tremor. We have barely spoken, but the whole mood is already aligned. Even our different tastes connect effortlessly through laughter. The words you choose wrap around me like rhythm, and without thinking I start laying harmony over them. You're on my Heartline FM. Once I tune in, I never wanna switch away. Fill the night with the chorus. I can hold on to your voice is my favorite frequency. Without any grand drama, this still feels more than special, because a soft sense of safety always lasts the longest. Even the pace of our walking feels strangely exact, and every other noise in the day fades into the background. Sometimes the quietest feelings are the ones that carry deepest. That is why I keep wanting to hear this again. You're on my Heartline FM, a signal that does not break apart easily. Let's not change this channel till the morning comes, because your beat and mine are already moving. frequency. Even after everyone leaves, you are still here in the room, like a dim afterglow resting between lights that have gone out. The night was short, but the aftertaste refuses to agree, and I keep replaying the same scene while pretending not to. The breath you left behind after your laughter sounds even louder now. Even the silence circles back like a soft harmony. It is hard to call this over when my rhythm still follows you. Somehow missing you has already become a habit. You're my afterglow habit. You stay even after the night is done, quietly remaining and spreading even deeper. One moment of your warmth keeps changing me. The least organized feelings often feel the most real, because trembling proves more than perfect lines ever could. Even in the calm air before dawn, your name keeps sinking in at the edge of every broken thought. It is you again. The more I try to clear it away, the brighter the glow becomes. Like repeat listening, it keeps coming back. You're my afterglow habit, not a bad habit, but a beautiful addiction. Tonight again, I'll leave your last smile switched on in my mind and press replay on the final scene before sleep. Instead of fading, you slowly wrap around me, and I wanna stay a little longer in that afterglow. Your name flashes first across the cold bright screen. Even the smallest notification makes my heart jump click, click. There is a color in you that I cannot casually ignore. Like a cherry red after image, you keep staying in my sight. You are sweet, but never easy to fully read, and that only makes me want to know you more. Behind your playful tone, I can feel the real thing hiding, and I keep tuning myself to that tiny frequency. Cherry static all around me. Your vibe keeps spreading through the air. You color me in with something vivid and electric, and even one small phrase becomes a hook I cannot shake. I seem fine all day, then everything changes at night. The tone you left at the edge of my ear keeps replaying. From just the right distance, you pull even harder, and that subtle tension makes us shine brighter. Because the addiction is never too heavy, it lasts even longer. It is easy to listen to, but never boring for a second. Cherry static all around me, flowing through me like current without as if even the waiting itself had turned to gold. You always reach me a half beat later than expected, and maybe that is why the feeling lasts even longer. If this had been a hurried love, it would have worn away by now. Instead, the spaces between us give the whole thing room to breathe. Even inside a slower timing, I can still hear the same heart. And distant warmth begins to move closer, one layer at a time. You're a golden delight, late but arriving at the perfect moment. Because you never rush, you sink in more deeply and slowly change the color of my night. Even the unfinished moments feel safe with you inside them. I like this kind of honesty more than any polished ending. The tremor right before contact stays like music in the air, and one quiet look from you says more than any long speech could. Sometimes the quietest love creates the biggest echo, like a slow refrain I never grow tired of hearing. You're a golden delay, a sign that shines longer because it came late. Tonight again I smile while waiting for you just a little longer, and in that space my heart becomes even clearer. I already know this is not a feeling built to vanish quickly. You are the light that arrives late and stays the longest. Oh, city light shakes gently through the curtains, and your breathing changes the room before any words can do it. There is nothing unnecessary left in the distance, growing smaller between us. We already know so much just from reading each other's faces. Your gaze falls over the tension, loosening softly in the room, and the neat shape of the day finally starts to come undone. With every slow beat, the feeling stretches a little longer, and our hearts grow smoother with the grain of the night. Wrap me in your midnight ribbon, come closer in the quietest way. A small tremor is already enough for me. Leave only softness behind tonight. The sounds outside drift farther away until only you stay clear, and the darkness ends up holding us more gently than the light ever could. Even a little hesitation feels beautiful in this moment. The almost touch in the air keeps pulling us in deeper. I like a long aftertaste more than a sudden heat. That is why I wanna listen to this night slowly. Wrap me in your midnight ribbon, stay like ghost, not that lingers no matter how late it gets. Time feels irrelevant here, because the silence beside you becomes the best harmony. way. Street lights lie along across the sidewalk late at night, and we keep walking through the kind of conversation that seems like nothing. Every time you smile, the end of every shadow turns brighter, and even this normal street starts to feel like another city. I like this kind of time more than any grand promise, because easy kindness opens the heart so slowly and well. Even yesterday's tiredness grows lighter when I'm next to you. And I learn again the softness I almost forgot. You're my sidewalk halo. You make an ordinary night glow. Even your quiet words are warm enough, and somehow everything feels safe beside you. Passing cars sound farther away than usual tonight, and only our footsteps stay sharp enough to act like a beat. It feels like being understood without having to explain the hurt, and you may never know how much that means. You are the kind of person who lasts without burning too hard. That is why I keep falling for you more slowly. You're my sidewalk halo, a small but unmistakable light. Even when we reach my door, I do not want the conversation to end, and I smile thinking maybe tomorrow we'll continue it, because you are not blinding. I can stay close enough to really see you. You are the best part of my ordinary night. Lights smeared across the taxi window, brush over your face. And tonight the city looks almost too beautiful to be real. In the same direction without knowing where this goes, and everything outside the glass turns into slow motion. Your scent grows clearer in the heat, still hanging in the car, and even your unanswered smile feels dangerous in the best way. Every time the cab slows down, my heart gets there one beat first. Even saying it feels like a dream sounds too ordinary for this. In this fever dream taxi, you and I are warmer than the night. Even as the scenery speeds up all around us, I keep leaning more and more toward you. The drums from the speakers lock into my heartbeat, but the briefest touch of your hand hits even harder. We lean toward the window, facing the same direction in silence, and finish whole sentences with nothing but body The destination of this night might really be you. Your voice moves toward me like the sound of a slow wave, and our footprints begin to overlap along the quiet beach at night. The wind carries salt into the space between our shoulders, and even our silence starts to feel tender enough. Your heart comes and goes like the tide, but I trust its rhythm anyway, because the way you move has its own soft certainty. You hold me without pulling me too deep, too fast, and your warmth feels like rest at the end of a long day. Tidal kisses on my mind, they come softly and stay. Even one passing trace of your warmth keeps spreading like the tide. It always comes back again. Wet sand glows quietly under the stars above us, and even our shadows sway slowly across it. Maybe love that does not rush is shaped like this, gentle, deep, and easy like the way you are. It does not have to shake me hard to move me completely. I just wanna lean into that softness for a long time. Tidal kisses on my mind, I like the waves better when they stay low. Even where the water pulls away, your warmth remains, and in the next returning tide, it comes back even clearer. Tonight my heart changes texture, like the shoreline itself, and the place where you touch me will not dry so quickly. There was a feeling that began as only the smallest light, like a faint tremor glowing quietly in the palm of my hand. But every time you say my name, that light spreads farther than I ever thought it could. In the way you made it pass through my darker days, you were always bright enough without trying too hard. The nights where I hesitated begin to loosen one by one, and even closed windows open like windows found out. This is Lumen Love, Lumen Love, starting small and spreading wide. Everywhere you touch begins to fill with color, and my whole heart rises up in light. Even on the days I almost fall apart, you become the center. With silent warmth you hand my direction back to me. So instead of breaking down, I somehow grew wider, and tonight the chorus climbs higher than before. I like a light that can be looked at for a long time, and every repetition makes me believe in it more. This is Lumen Love, clear without ever becoming do it with you. Just as the quietest beginning can become the biggest song, you gently light the whole of my darkness. At the end of a suffocating season, the door finally opens, and all the smiles I had hidden come pouring out at once. There does not even need to be a reason for tonight to feel like a celebration. The fact that you are beside me is already enough. Even the wind on the rooftop feels like it has chosen our side, and the city lights sparkle like applause below us. All the worries I kept around me shrink and fall away. And my lighter heart lifts itself onto the beat. First silver confetti in the air, falling slowly over us. I can feel it even without shouting anything out loud, because this moment already feels as free as freedom gets. One smile brushing past my shoulder is enough to complete the mood. Even all the regrets from before become decoration. Tonight it does not have to be perfect for this night to shine. We laugh even brighter in the spaces between what is unfinished. Even a short celebration can become a lasting memory, like a chorus that keeps collecting inside the heart. Silver confetti in the air, a shimmer settles at my fingertips. Even near dawn, excitement grows bigger than fatigue, and even our loser steps somehow look beautiful. The sparkle remains even as the night begins to close, and I will keep listening to the scene we made together. After the rain, a quiet fragrance stays in the alley, and clear light falls where yesterday's heaviness used to be. We prefer this kind of healing to any huge miracle, because a day that slowly gets better feels easier to trust. The little encouragement you gave me lasts longer than I expected, and gently unfolds the edges of a heart that had begun to wilt. Even on the days that shake, keep me from falling completely apart, be a small root growing inside the season we share. Stay in bloom with me, do not hurry, just bloom a long time. It does not need to be flashy to be beautiful. Let's grow the light at our own pace. A courage I never noticed begins to lift its face little by little, and quiet kindness changes the mood of a whole day. I do not need to look too far if today's sunlight is enough. beside you makes tomorrow feel lighter. A heart that blooms again always grows back stronger. And slowly we keep growing toward something better. Stay in bloom with me, even if the leaves tremble, it is alright. I like a season like this more than any brief burst of flame. Stay beside me like a song I never stop returning to. Whenever I grow tired, you come back like spring. And because of that, I quietly bloom again today. At the edge of a sleeping city, I begin writing to you. Instead of sound, pale moonlight settles onto the page. I held these feelings back, afraid they might break apart if spoken aloud. So tonight they gather into sentences like sea foam at the shore. Even when you are far away, thinking of you always feels close. Because some things are real, even when they cannot be held. The confessions I delayed grow clearer whenever night arrives. And in that transparency, I slowly write your name. This moonfoam letter is for you, a heart that trembles before it arrives. The warmth that feels like it might be understood without being read. Because the quietest truth can travel the farthest. Even if time brushes the page like wind at the edge of paper, what I feel tonight will not erase so easily. This is the kind of night where a low confession fits better than a dazzling line. And every memory of you spreads out in small ripples. Even foam that seems ready to disappear still has a shape. And my heart remains in just that same quiet way. This moonfoam letter is for you. It is alright if it reaches you slowly. The nearer dawn comes, the more honest the sentences become. And a small light stays alive inside the folded page. Your expression softens a little when you read it. That wish alone is enough to fill this night. After the long night, the faintest light begins to spread across the window. Even if yesterday's feelings remain unfinished inside me, somehow today still feels like something can begin again. Whenever I think of you, I see what comes next before I see the end. Even the scattered pieces of my heart hurt less in the morning. And when I breathe slowly, the rhythm starts to come back together. There may not be a perfect answer, but there's still a good like I can hold on better now and smile a little easier too. Like a chorus that feels even better because it is familiar. I wanna keep listening to this beginning with you. We got the dawn on repeat, meeting the same light in a new way each day. The breeze through the open window turns the page for us, and the thoughts that had gone still begin to move again. This may be the final track, but it is not the end, because any more